Welcome to our Service Insights app. Want better insight into how service operations are working or not working in your company? Want to see clearly how you are tracking with service orders? Here's how to get an in-depth knowledge of your service delivery instantly. You can see here how your services are tracking in beautiful visual graphs and reports from the home screen. Let's take a look at some of the features of some highlighted reports. Before starting, select the company you'd like to use on the left-hand side. All reports will have a menu on the left-hand side displaying the most commonly used filters, including fiscal year, month, area, dimension 1, industry, dimension 2. Many of the service reports also feature select measures to quickly display the data you would like to see. If you want to filter other dimensions and attributes, check out our filters pane on the right-hand side. Want a high-level overview of how your services are tracking and insight into your service product? In this fiscal year up the top here, we see invoiced amounts of service, which is 425,000, our costs, which is 292,000, our service profit of 133,000, and our service profit percentage of 31%. Want to know how we tracked in November in terms of invoiced amount? Click on Invoiced Amount in the left-hand side menu, then click on November and view the service contract amounts, the types of services, and as we can see here, by far the largest service item for this period was the computer. You can also right-click and drill through to get a list of service ledger entries. We can quickly see in the service table invoiced amount, amounts consumed, costs and quantities, and service profit. The red, green and yellow circles allow us to quickly see whether we are meeting profit targets, which is being defined in the BC settings in the Connector app. Profit below 25% is red, but you can configure these percentages how you want. We can also drill up to see your profitability and numbers by each customer and see which is the most profitable. See here that Alpine Ski House is the most profitable percentage-wise. Drill down to see exactly which resource, item, service cost or GL account for each item serviced and its profitability. Over in the service by period report, some more wonderfully summarised data exists in this table. Select measure on the left-hand side and see the period for each measure in the table. Let's look at the cost breakdown by month. Drill on columns to see and view service by financial quarter, month, week or even day. In this report, we see how we're tracking against agreed response times, and the variance tells us how many hours we were behind or ahead. Let's say we want to see how well we track since September. Our actual response times were 60 hours, which was 7 hours more than requested, and we are 13% over agreed times. We can see how actual response time and requested response time is in hours, along with the variance percentage and how that looks in the top graph. We can see specifics in response time variances in the service item and by customer below, i.e. who we should apologise to. And over to the right, service item breakdowns per customer and the service item which indicates where hold-ups may have been. Are we responding in good or bad time? We can see on the right-hand side table customers we responded to. Additon were on time 72% of the time. We can view here that our computer service area takes more time to respond than other service areas, bringing our on-time response down. The bottom left-hand side graph, we can see that the overall hardware had the highest on-time response percentage. Say we want to view costs involved in fault and resolution processes. What is our cost by fault area or by symptoms? How much are we spending on a symptom such as noise or by fault code such as damaged hinge? This can then help you discuss these bigger issues with your hinge suppliers, for example. Charts will show you how quickly by symptom, fault and resolution by each fault area can give you more detail by drilling through to give you specific service orders and ledger entries. See more broadly the usage costs over time in the top graph. The Service Profitability Report gives us some happy breakdowns of service profit and profit percentage, which you can select on the left-hand side. Here we can see the broad service profit over time on the top left-hand side, and to the right, the invoiced and cost amount over time. We can see the bottom graphs, which service item group, customer, area, service contract, and service order type are the most profitable. All handy insights into your company and services. Want to know what has been your most profitable items? Click on the profit percentage on the table to see that conference packages are the most profitable for your business. This report details everything you want to know about the items used, quantities, costs, prices, and service profits. See the invoiced versus costs amounts over time and item profit over time on the graphs on the right-hand side. The Resource Profitability Report gives you both high-level and specific details on how each of your employees tracked across services. Drill up to see that Terry brought in the highest profit percentage. Select Terry to see his performance over time on the right-hand side. Service by dimension enables you to search and view services by multiple measures and dimensions. Select a measure on the left-hand side, say service time by industry, which shows that other wholesaling took 104 hours of service time and paint manufacturing was the quickest. In our deep dives, you can select by any measure and view by any dimension. Let's have a look at the invoiced amount by fiscal year. Let's break it down to month and year. I want to see the highest services for November, which is preventable maintenance. And our largest customer was Tray Research, and what their invoice service orders were for November 2021. Service orders are those orders that are open and outstanding. We see in the overview that we can view the reports by any measure selected on the left-hand side menu. View the overall outstanding amount up the top here and percentages of the orders shipped and invoiced. The bar graph shows trends of outstanding orders by month, and the donut chart is the number of orders by order status. Now, let's say we want to see the outstanding amounts by repair status. You can show them as a table. The outstanding amounts are visualized in the rest of the graphs by service item, customer, and area. The service orders table has the same structure as the service table. It shows the outstanding amount and quantities. Again, you can drill down to see items, resources, GL accounts, and costs. The rest of the service orders mirror the service reports, which you will now be familiar with. Every app has its own Q&A and key influencers section. If you have questions, ask our intelligent Q&A called Eva. Check out our video on her. Want more? Let us know. We're constantly adding to and improving our reports.